Good afternoon. It's Friday. It's October 31, 2025. In case you didn't know, you woke up and it's 10 years later. Oh, yeah. Better to wake up and be 10 years younger. What's it worth to turn back the clock? 20 years. And do it over again. You got a do-over for 20 years. Boo! It's October 31st. Happy Halloween. Whatever that means. A divergence of terms. It's supposed to be a scary time. So, here we go. There's some. Let me just darken this up a little bit for you. Yeah, a little shadow. The shadow knows. We turn the shadow down. We turn the black up. Yeah. Okay, so here's those who ascribe to the medical. This is what the Apple products, the iWatch, the iPhone, the iPad, and the MacBook. This quinella it's a trifecta. Look at all this information we get on Jimmy. Every single morning. Electrocardiogram, look at that. Sinus rhythm today. Blood oxygen 94 as of 6:24 a.m., which is right before I snapped out of bed. Actually, I snapped out of bed a couple of minutes before that, actually. Pretty much right after my 6:20 alarm. And it took me about 3 minutes to... Where am I? Who am I? Blood glucose was average at 130 milligrams to deciliter. 130 milligrams of glucose floating around in my blood. If I had 10 liters of blood, I probably do. Maybe that's why they chose deciliter, because 10 liters you bled out. They have soaked all that blood out of you. 30 milligrams per deciliter. That's what that means, 10 liters. But they put a D there instead of a 10 because someone might get confused with the capital L might look like a 1. So if it was 10-1, that'd be 101. And then someone wouldn't know what that meant. So they decided to put a D in there instead of a 10. There you go. You're wondering where they came up with the D. They spoke to me. Not true. They didn't speak to me. Look at that, blood oxygen. Blood pressure, 119/68. Holy mackerel. Is that fantastic? Resting heart rate, 72. Blood fat percentage, yeah, 26.5. That's not too good. Although we're under 170 pounds, with clothing and shoes on. Sleep score, look at that, a 78. high points I get for sleep score. Well, look at these numbers above. That's why I'm sleeping a little, about an hour longer on average, because I'm trying to get to bed a little earlier. Forget this 1 a.m. stuff. Steps. 1,525 steps. That's as of 1:18 p.m. today. I'll have more steps in when the day goes on. My vitals, all metrics in range as of 7:13 a.m. At 6 a.m. when I was waking up, I was awake, but still horizontal. And the latest score was 20.5 breaths per minute. That would be breaths per minute. Wrist temperature, 0.2 of a degree over the baseline. And I've had no high heart rate notifications. That's it, folks. Can't score any better than that. So, be there or be square. My tuxedo has been picked up by Marilyn, hopefully. She said she was going to do it right after her Rotary lunch. She'd just zip out there, pick it up. It's all paid for. All she's going to do is get it. Thank you very much. I finally got these cameras running. Look at that. We got both these suckers. Yeah. So we can just look at this one. This is the main body of our apartment. And notice there is a El Gato. See, the fan is spinning slowly. And the cat, yeah, she's looking around, licking her paws, resting on a pillow. I sit usually in this seat over here, and she sits over there. And the little girl cat is sleeping by the window. Right down there, yeah. There's a mat right there, right near the, where you walk in and out, kind of so you don't track in any, which is crazy. Our cleaning people come in every 2 weeks, and it's a mess. I pay him good, though. Yeah. They came in at $100. We're paying them $140. Yeah, we give them raises whether they ask for it or not, because the whole business. There we go. Get rid of that view. Here's the other view. This is supposed to be, I wanted to be able to focus on the front door, but I can't seem to get this camera. It seems like the new software of the camera. If I click that little thing, you know. Whoops, we don't want to turn off the camera. Let's turn it back on. There we go. These are live. See, that's live view. You can see the fan spinning. Our beautiful brass Hunter fan. With that, it weighs about 50 pounds. That big cast iron motor housing. Yeah. Motor designed by, Mr. Tesla in the year 1900. Anyway, there's the two views that I gave the login information to Daniel. Now he can open up his phone and he can look at those two views and see. I'm not in those rooms right now, so he can't see me. But if I was sitting in the living room, let's see. I'll show you how you can see me. Best way is this one. And if I watch as I open up this door. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Door open. There it is. You see me waving? Hand going up and down. Yeah, there it is. The cat's meowing at me saying, what the hell are you doing? Yeah, I'm just showing you it's a live view. And then I'm in my secret place. Yeah. All right, enough of that. Oh, I don't know if you saw that. Well, I'll do it again tomorrow. I'll be on again at 10 o'clock. Yeah. Marilyn has her nails done from 10 to 12, so I'll spend that time with both of you. I'll have you know that I verified, I checked, I Simonized. Between the 3 social networks, I've had over 48,000 people coming in to take a view. Some take a powder and some take a view. Look at this. I gotta move that over a couple. There you go, now you can see it. Let's move it over there. Keep it right on the edge of wetness. That's my blood sugar level. I just had lunch a little bit ago, so it just dropped down to 199. It was 202 4 minutes ago. When it gets over 200, or 200 and above, the numbers turn red. Fred, which means don't put any more sugar in your mouth, son. Yeah. I got too much light in here. There we go. Trying to cut down on the... just lost Twitter. Yeah, they're the first to go. I don't know, the internet connection's good. I don't know what's the matter with these people. What's the matter with these people? Let's just check the internet. You know, the internet comes and goes. And it is a little lower. The ping was 21 milliseconds. That's the jitter is 2. So if I get a higher, look at this, 48 megabit. Yeah. No, 54 is plenty. think I need 7 megabits per second for this broadcast. So it can wobble, but if it gets, if it pops down, I could lose one of the networks. Yeah. I mean, the system does a test. I can't log in if I don't have enough bit rate. If the bit rate, it's like the pipe. The faucet has to be running. No faucet, no Jimmy. That's the way it goes. No faucet, no Jimmy. That is the rules. Sorry, Bob. So anyway, Google Home, this one right here, I can look right in there, see, whoop, see, the cat has gone down. When I open up the door, the cat meowed. How do they know? Yeah. Let's slide this over a bit more. There we go. Can I can. And then move this over. There you go. Now you can see. I'm trying to get this width just right. Now then the question is, can I leave it that way? There we go. Well, that's about it. Now if I click on one of these cameras, yeah, you have to. Trying to get this camera. All right, let's see. That is the default. Yeah, that's it right there. So you don't care about the wall. Just capture it right there. Right there. So you get like a little zoomed view. Because you're not interested in seeing the edge of my telescope. Yeah, that's all right. There we go. You can see the fan spinning. I turned on the fan. I'm going to leave it on. I'm going to turn it a little slower. Yeah. The Woman of the Year goes to a transvestite. You go figure. Yeah, I mean, this world is a total disaster. Yeah. The Woman of the Year is a man who has had surgery. Marilyn is comfortably parked in her parking spot at Seacoast Bank. Yeah, you see the cars right there in the shade and handicap. Hopefully she has her handicap sticker on the window. Every time I remind her, she gets a little cranky. Oh, yeah. And when I don't take the handicap thing down fast enough, you're supposed to take it down. I know. Let's see what the New York Post. Cash Patel looks like he's under shock treatment. He's got these eyes that go wide open, and holy mackerel, what did he just see? All right, we're going to go to covers. And let's see what this cover is today. Washington Scare Park. Oh, God. Feds step in to clean up open-air drug mess that New York won't fix. So you won't fix it? We'll fix it for you. Yeah. Trump is king. And the Democrats hate it because their king was asleep. All the things they could have gotten done, but no. They put someone in there that deserves it. You know, that's not a good sign. It's usually when you lose elections. Yeah. All right. Now, of course, we can expand on this part. New York Police Department cops have been trying to clean up the Washington Square Park, so now they call it Washington Scare Park, which has become a haven for drug dealers and users. But soft on crime laws passed by Albany kept putting those arrests back on the street. They cycle in the front door and then out the side door. In the front door, out the side door. Forget any, arrests with any kind of financial penalty. Yesterday, the feds went around local authorities with a 19-person indictment. Finally, these scumbags are now going away for a little while because they got them for federal crimes, so they thought they were doing them a favor, and they're getting whacked. So we're going to do a print screen on that over here, because we want to see what that sidebar is. It was right in the middle of the covers thing. We'll just go, New York won't fix. We'll cover that part of it. Yeah, let's get rid of that. There we go. New York won't fix. That'll give you an idea where that came from. Yeah, touch that, hit the red X. That's the new iPad OS 26.1 is when you see these different tabs. Oop, there we go, back to, looking at the that camera view. Live and in color. Slide this over. There you go, I cross that out. And now we see both cameras. Yeah. You can see it's spinning, so that way you know it's streaming. We can turn it off. Blood sugar's down to 191, yeah. And steady. It'll come down. Not to worry. There it is. This is day 1 and day 2. The last 24 hours, and I can go back and take a look at it. There it is. See? All right, we're going to go back to the photos here, and I need to get this library in order so that there we go. So that you can see everything that's going on here. Whoops, I got to slide that over a little bit. There we go. That's about right. There we go. I think. There we go. I thought I had that right. I don't have it right. It's a little better. Can I go a little skinnier?
It's 3 o'clock.
There you go, yeah. There you can see. I got them 3 across. 1 across, 3 across. I go 5 across. Yep. This is the guy we just took. And just for a little photo editing, I touch the 3 bars up on the very top. Right there. Touch it. And I'm going to hit the auto button, which does the auto. You can see the gradual changes there. Right? As I turn it on, turn it off, turn it on. And I'm going to come over here to shadows and turn the shadows all the way down. And it kind of, almost like it gives it contrast. And then right here, black point, I'm going to turn that all the way up. And let's see if we need a little more saturation. And just turn his pants on a little bit more. Oh, the blue pops up. Now we can come over here to the colorimeter and see there's real blue. We want some, yeah, we want it up there, yeah. That looks good. There we go. So you can see. So it's Washington Scare Park. Yeah, you see that guy with his pants down. That's enough to get this guy and his girlfriend to say, "Whoa, get me out of here." Yeah, we just looked at that one. We just did that one. Now we need to do a little editing on this one, like we did on the other one. Turn it on. Auto, come over here to shadows, turn that down. Black point, turn it all the way up. To get the, you see the print looks a little bit better. And we want to turn that all the way up to get rid of some of that blue. There we go. So now I'm trying to, instead of trying to figure out what it says in there, in that little lower mid thing that says pages 4 and 5 in red, bingo. Now you can see it. New York cops have been trying to clean up Washington Square Park, which has become a haven for drug dealers and users. But unfortunately, the soft-on-crime laws passed by Albany, the capital of New York State, kept putting those arrested back on the streets. Yesterday, the feds went around local authorities with a 19-person indictment. In other words, all those guys that are hanging around there, guys and gals, they're going to go away for a while, a police source told the reporter. The cops are thrilled. It was unbelievably frustrating. Well, the local cops are happy because they got 19 degenerates are now in federal prison while they await federal, because they're indicted by a federal grand jury. Yep. So here's a good sign. I got a letter from Men's Warehouse. Your tuxedo has arrived. Yeah. For $300, it better have arrived. It's pretty good. I mean, they go in there on Tuesday evening. Marilyn got off at Flower. She came by and picked me up, and we went out west to just past the turnpike on Glades, north side of Glades, about a mile or so west of the turnpike. Yeah, turnpike. Yep. You go underneath the turnpike a couple miles. Look north. You see Men's Warehouse? Pull over. I forget who else is in there. I think it's the southeast quadrant of the center. It's a big center. It's got a movie theater in it. It's got a bookstore on the corner of the L-shaped part of this shopping center. It kind of wiggles around, goes over to Best Buy. If you go all the way to the northernmost part of this center, the southeastern portion is an L-shaped finishing off of that shopping center. And then Men's Warehouse is in about the middle portion of that very south. Southern portion of that center. Yeah. Southeastern portion of the center. If I'm on Glades Road, it's on the north side of the road. So you look north side of the road. After about a mile and a half, after you pass under the turnpike, then you get Men's Warehouse. Order a tux on Tuesday, you get it Friday for a Saturday night event, which is what it is. 300 hours later, I tried on my tuxedo that we bought 35 years ago. There ain't no way of fitting in that. I put on the jacket and I look like, no. There's no chance of buttoning up that jacket. And not enough across the shoulders, so the shoulder pads. Look at that. Interesting. Gotta turn this up a little bit. Even though I turn it up a bit, it's not brighter. It's at a proper brightness on the screen, even if I turn it up or down. That's interesting. Yeah. So this never sleeps. Yep. That's the cover of New York Post, Washington Square Park. The feds step in to clean it up. When you haul off 19 under federal grand jury, that cuts down the number of bad guys that are in Washington Square Park. And the few that are left, they're going to go somewhere else because they've been exposed. And the feds are going to be watching. And they have, National Guard, Army, all over the place. And when it had a nice big traffic count, they took pictures and everything, and And they met with the grand jury and said, "Look, these are the guys we need to back these guys up for drug possession, selling drugs, distribution of drugs. They're all in it. Yep. We need to indict those suckers and put them in jail. Soften them up a little bit. And then after a week or so, stick a fork in it and find which ones are medium rare. See which ones want to start talking on medium rare to make a deal. The first ones that make a deal get the best deals. The one that drags us out to the end of this, we're going to throw away the key. Put you in jail and throw away the key. Yep. Yeah, the Dems. They're continuing to vote no on the resolution to put the government back in business. There's a lot of people that aren't getting checks as of this is Friday, right? No payday. Yep, there's no payday for federal workers. Yep, except for there's an emergency. As I understand it, there's an emergency crew level almost in every department to sort of like keep at least one light on. So they can go in there and check and make sure nobody, took anything. Make sure no one takes anything. Make sure the doors are locked, the lights are on or off, whatever. Make sure the cleaning people are cycling around. So you remember that young lady Sweeney that got all kinds of notoriety because she did a commercial taking on or off something to do with blue jeans. She was zipping up the zipper. And it was kind of a close-up, side-on. It was a very provocative angle of the photography. And she wiggled around a little bit and then got up and zipped up the rest of the way. And, well, if you're wondering what the other part looked like, she left nothing to the imagination. She's, because you can wear it doesn't mean you should. Just because it fits doesn't mean you should wear it. And she's got some patch over her ultimate private part. That's ridiculous. Looks like she's put on the shower curtain. Probably paid $5,000 for that dress. It's an interesting little thing in the middle there. You can see it in the middle here too. I don't know what's going on. Some little thing that goes around. Holds her breasts up a little higher. It just raises and puts them. It's the nipple shot, You gotta get used to the nipple shot. I don't know. Apparently, the European women, they don't care about nipple shots, but the Americans, oh my God. Can't even use the word. Can I use the N word? No! What do you mean I can't use the N word? Yeah, that's, yeah. I don't want you using the N word. Whether it's for nipples or the other use of the N word, which I'm not going to say. Has to do with black people. Cameras of yesteryear. I wish I had kept this for posterity, for like a camera collection kind of a thing, so that you could pass it down to someone who cares about cameras.
It's 3:15.
What was unique about this camera, see, this is the old hand crank to wind the film instead of electric wind. You got to crank that thing around, like twice. Seems like it was, I don't know, I think it was one or two. Maybe it's one. But if you take it apart, I mean, it's Swiss made. I mean, it's made in Switzerland, I believe. By clockmakers. I mean, these things, or maybe it's Swedish. Excuse me. Scandinavian. But all this is polished stainless steel. It's beautifully polished stainless steel. And they place down these sheets of, they're glued on sheets of some kind of a rubberized material that's darkens up the camera. With the classic Carl Zeiss planar f2.8 80 millimeter focal length. Now the diagonal measure of this, of the negative, is like 66 millimeters. You know, 48 by 48 by, I think, like 66. All right, so, whoops. So we've got the Hasselblad camera, 503 C something. I had a 503 C1. I think this is higher than a 1. It goes 1, 2, 3, yeah. Here is a Sony camera is fitted with a ring, 35 millimeter full frame CMOS image sensor. That's what's telling everybody is inside that camera body. A full frame CMOS. Sensor, as opposed to a CCD sensor. CMOS. CMOS. That's how you would say it if you were saying it. Or CMOS if you wanted to spell it out. It connects to the Wi-Fi. See, that's got a little Wi-Fi. So you can actually log this camera directly into the Wi-Fi, sending the images directly up to your website. How about that? Yeah. So you can you can put in the URL of your website, and every time you click the shutter, the images will automatically load. They'll spool and then load up to your website, your original images. And then you can go up there to the website and they'll all be there. So by the time you get back into your office, the images should be fully loaded from your camera directly to your website. Yeah. So why did this camera get retired? The Alpha 99 Pi, or Roman numeral 2, as opposed to Alpha 99. Then it's Alpha 99 Roman numeral 2. I don't know if they had a 3. I think they never got to a 3. They retired this one because it had a semi-translucent mirror where they had a thing that's fixed position, and that mirror bounced off about 20% of the light up into the pentaprism and then back out through the viewfinder. So the image goes in here, bounces straight up, and then comes out so you can see it through the viewfinder. So there was no like mirror flapping so much. Anyway, I guess everyone was so interested in having low light capability that siphoning off 17% or so of the photons and putting them up through the pentaprism only left 85% of the photons available for for the imager. Yeah. Up here on this thing is a delayed broadcast showing another drug cartel boat getting vaporized on the 24th. And then they keep spinning out in there. And the U.S. military keeps seeing them, or drones. Probably where you got drone ships up in that area. And they have missile capabilities. So now they're hiding their drug. You're running a high-speed boat somewhere between Venezuela and America. You have a good chance of getting nuked. So the idea is, don't go racing across that area, because we're going to assume you got drugs hidden away. You know, the bundles are neatly packed away underneath, dark tarp or whatever. Their ship's going to be gone. Because they're hailing down these boats, and they can't quite get. They're faster than the government boats that are carrying around the special forces people. So there needs to be an investigation to see if they're not blowing up civilians. Well, we kind of have a war against Venezuela. It's an undeclared one. So if that ship leaves and it's loaded with whatever it's loaded, it's gonna get nuclear. It's gonna be blown up. And we're probably going to use drones with the cheap missiles because there's enough gasoline on board that when fully ignited would pretty much take care of the occupants of the boat and its contents. And Maduro is a terrorist. Yeah, he's declaring Maduro a terrorist. And they need to get, Maduro needs to make a deal with the government and get out while the getting's good. You can make a deal to get out, and they'll let you out. You can have a bag of money. Go ahead, take a bag of money. Get the hell out of here. And he'll go hide out in Spain or somewhere. Keep your head down. Don't wear your funny outfit. Yeah. Wear your Hawaiian shirt and shorts and enjoy the sun. Get yourself a margarita and some nice little tidy thing which you can buy with cash with all this money. You're going to walk off with, $50 million, spend $20 million on a nice place in Spain, overlooking the Mediterranean or wherever. Does Spain look at the Mediterranean Sea? This is a Canon camera, a classic L lens, their highest quality lens, and single lens reflex camera with those are EF. The cameras, the more modern camera for Canon would be the RF lenses. Let's see if I have any of those. They're all new designs and they're beautiful. I meant to look at what lens is on this thing. I think it's a 70-200 f2.8. Yeah, I have the lens shade on it, so it makes the lens look 2 inches longer than it really is. Yeah. I thought for sure Melissa was coming at us. It was come straight at us, sir. And all of a sudden it took this right angle turn, just like they said, almost just like they said, except for this little pattern where it like danced around in a circle, and then all these westerly things. Meantime, the graph is pointing up this way, like that cone. No matter which way the storm was actually turning, the cone of uncertainty was pointed in an oddball direction. So, although it took, an extra 2 days before it got to the spot where it made a path. You can see one more entry up here. 173 miles an hour. At 12 o'clock. Yeah. At the prime meridian of time. Their clock is 0. When either shorter or longer of that, it's 1 hour. So that'd be, UTC 11, 12, 13. Yeah. So about UT, let's see, when did I do this? Lift up on the image. What time 2:56 a.m. I captured this image. God, what are you doing at 2:56 in the morning? That's just about the time it took landfall. Is why that's why I captured that.
It's 3:30.
It's 3:30. I think they're the Kardashians. Yeah. This one here is staring the cameraman down. She's a pretty one. This one over here looks a little... Whoops, can I get to her? This one over here looks a little feisty, huh? There's Mom, and there's the other, the older Kardashian daughter. So it's Mom with the 3 daughters, and of course her favorite dog. They all made millions with this reality TV stuff. Yeah. Well, I looked through my prescriptions and I had a refill on doxycycline, which is an antibiotic I need for I have an infection right now. Coughing up, brown music, dark amber, cough up stuff, mucus. Sorry to use the M word. Yeah. I'm just looking. So this guy just got approval from the judge. The next time they have a hearing is in January, so October, November, December, January. Yeah, he'll be sitting, cooling his feet in the jail setting for 3 months before they start pulling jurors. And he can sit there and listen to the voir dire of jurors. Finally get some kind of a case going to put his fancy ass in jail for forever because he's a monster that shot one of the good guys. Yeah. Can you imagine? Right here at an American university, this guy shot Charlie Kirk. Everybody loved Charlie Kirk. He's the guy that sent me a copy of the U.S. Constitution, which motivated me. Yeah, that's right. I gotta take a few of these to the mayor's ball. Yeah. I need to take, I'll take 5 of these. Whoever's sitting at the table with us. 2 people are sitting there. I don't know. Meryl knows who they are. I better take 6. Yeah. I already have them. What's this? I already have a little plastic case all ready for them. Got one of them in there. All safe, right? Yeah. So we're going to put these 6 in a slightly different little plastic cover so that my coat doesn't snag them. And I'll put them here so I won't forget. Let's see, Saturday, tomorrow night is the event. So tomorrow morning I'm gonna use some tape and put my business card in the front cover of those, because I don't think, yeah, Charlie Kirk sent me one of these pocket ones, Constitution, and he's got a little letter, you know. I'll put it inside, maybe the back cover, just so these people, if they look at this later, sharetheconstitution.com, make a difference, celebrating the Constitution. There's no real advertising in here. I can bear this an index. Look at this nice multi-page index. 2 or 3 different things so you can find, you know, if you're looking up like presidential pardons. It looks like people powers. Page 23. Go here to page 23. I'll have to study up on how you look at the index. It's in secret language, all in its own. Yeah. All right. So he's in the world hurt. I was looking at the direct. I was really. That's how it was going in that kind of a direction. And then it would, you know, straighten out, go straight west. They said it was going northwest. It was actually going west. I don't know why they say it's going a different direction than it is, because there's too many wise guys like me. See, right now it's going west. But it actually hooked on and came right in there. Yep. I can do a little pattern with a pen. Let me just whoa, where'd it go? Come back, boy. Yeah, wow. Let's try that again. We want a finer point pen. Yeah. So it went. No, that's. So now we got the. No, I don't want to do that. Undo. That's what it did. It went right across. Yeah. Close enough. This is after the fact. We can go back to the radar screens and see what actually happened. Yeah, it's like cheating. Yeah. So this is the beginning of the turn. Went right in there and caught him in the groin. This is a story of in the publication. It is talking about this machine thing that the cats crawl in and do their business. And then this thing cycles around and places the poopies in the drawer below after it coats it with this special shale kind of material that soaks up urine and all that. And I got this thing rotating. The cat can fool around in there, and then 3 minutes later, that thing rotates and puts the poopy in the drawer below. Yeah. And my doctor said, you can't be scooping. No. Your lungs can't take it. The allergic, I get a terrific allergic reaction of, touching, just getting anywhere near the litter box. Forget it. So we paid, $700 for this machine. There it is, without the writings below. Keep homes and pets clean. It does. Before we got this thing, you always knew, oh yeah, you got cats. I can smell it. Smelling it, being the Indian she is. The Native American that she is. She could always tell me when it's time to empty the drawer. So now it's just a matter of pulling the drawer out and then pulling a plastic bag and drawing the strings tight. So I'm never touching anything, and it's fast. So I don't have to be around it. Just the odor of it makes my system quiver. So anyone that's got a cat, and you got to go that litter box. You damn near have to follow your cat around, because when they go in there, when they go in the litter box, if you will, there's a 14.5-inch circular place they can walk around in there and do their business. Yeah. Macintosh used to make, they probably do, I think they do. This was a famous 240 watt. The two outside transformers were speaker transformers. The other transformer was a multi-winding transformer that provided 300 or 400 volts for these tubes and a low voltage, high amperage circuit to power. They had heating elements in each one of these tubes, plus these tubes. The little ones, they had little heating elements in too. So they'd last, 8-9 months or a year, and the heating element would burn out. Then you got to replace the tube. There's no element repair center. You just go out and pay. These are output tubes. Input, output, push, pull amplifier. It pushes energy in and it pulls energy in the other side. So, you got 120 watts pushing this way and 120 watts pulling this way through that transformer, putting a very low voltage, high current output to these terminal strips, which would stick wires in there to get to your speakers. Yep. This is a special plug which has this circular array of that fit in there one way only, and that little doodad right on the side of that, like pointing to 730, that little indication there. So you'd plug that in, you'd have a, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, a 12 conductor cable, and it was probably a remote control setup for this panel right here, which was the balance, the gain, which is like a volume control. It's the amount of energy that gets, a signal that gets put on the plate of this vacuum tube right here. So that's the gain. And this one, it looks like some kind of a switch this way or this way. And I don't know what that last one is. I can't tell. And there's something with this button here. Maybe this odd shaped button is the gain. I see gain there. This is balance. I don't know what this bottom one is. Anyway, so you can have a remote somewhere else in your cabinetry up near your preamplifier, so you wouldn't be having to run back to this thing, which is in a different part of the cabinet. So you don't have to get on your hands and knees and look at what those controls say. You can have it up where the preamp is, because Macintosh certainly makes more than just that. I don't have any other Macintosh stuff, they made preamplifiers too. All this stuff. Yeah, even back when they made it a long time ago, this was a multi-$1,000 item. I'd say like 4K. Yeah. Anyway, they're just going through this story about your analog world. Here's an analog oscilloscope. Anyone that has probed around voltages in a circuit board, you'd do it, and you'd see a signal that would come up on the screen. And the other end of this is a probe, which you touch on various parts of the circuit board. Because if it wasn't producing a signal, you'd roam around the circuit board and find out where did the signal stop. That'll give you an idea of, you turn the circuit board over and say, all right, which one of you is the culprit? And it'd be a resistor or a capacitor or a transistor. Could go bad. That's how you diagnose. Just, on the fly when you're in a non-laboratory setting. The exact same footprint of that oscilloscope was made by about 10 different factories. All different prices, different face plates, but all the buttons were in the same exact location. So it's like, oh my God, really? Are you really doing this to me? Did I do this array? See if I could just pull this over a little bit wider. What happens? Yeah, all right, it worked. I don't know how it got to a different adjustment. Here's it got to the point where that was the the path. It just about covered the entire island of Jamaica. You see how it did the little loop right down there in the bottom part? That's the loop I just drew. That's exactly what happened. I almost watched it. Very intense. Look at this. Look at this infrared. You know, when that's coming at you, it's going right at it at this point. Whenever this was done. Flip the picture straight up and you see this is at like 1 p.m. You can see it right there, October 27th, Monday. 1 p.m. It's not over Jamaica yet, but all this bad weather is. Yeah. Ooh. Very bad weather. Well, when you got a double radar screen like here, like up on the top, we have visible, and you can see the eye, even though the camera is 40,000 miles up. With some kind of a telephoto lens on it. Look at that, gusts to 201. The ground speed is 167 sustained, constant wind force of 167 mile an hour winds. That's a constant. And then it gusts up to 200 miles an hour. A 908 millibar reading on the pressure gauge, which is PDL, pretty darn low. This one right in the middle, millibars. 908 millibars, 4 miles per hour. Tells you the location. When I did this, it's at 145 miles from Kingston, Jamaica. Which means you got to bring this pool parade I had set up. That's pretty tough. They said 25 people were killed. I bet you they lost, washed out to sea. Thousands of people just got washed out to sea. Yeah, that huge a storm. They said like 25 dead. I'll bet you that's 1,025. And they won't find the bodies. This was captured at 1:02 p.m. on the 27th. So this is Monday also. So this was the Hurricane 5, Category 5 hurricane. At 1500 UTC, which is basically the equivalent of 1 p.m. Anyway, that's the path it took. Boom, it was gone. It just went westerly, 100 miles or so further east than they predicted. And I don't know how they could predict it. It was going so slow, 1-2 miles an hour. So you know that whole area got Maryland and 5 others, branch managers of Seacoast. They all went sporadically to Nashville for the weekend. Last weekend, boom, they disappeared. And the brown boots over here, I believe those are her boots. Yeah. Interesting. She sent that to me from Nashville. Good picture. That's outstanding. That's the picture you want to take. They're two pilots. They're talking about pilots. Going back and getting certified. I think this is John Travolta here in one of his jet airplanes. There he is, John. I used to call him John Travolta. That's one of his jets. He bought a 757 or same jet Trump has. Here's Powell. Chairman of the Federal Reserve. He took some economic classes in undergraduate, but he was never an economist. You know, he graduated, pre-law, went to law school, and he's chairman of the Fed. That's the Obama administration, the Obama factory of people that basically had control over the Biden administration. So they had people infiltrated in the party that was in the White House. 3 or 4 people basically controlled the government. It wasn't Biden. There you go. I don't like that. This is better. I was trying to get so the faces weren't quite so burnt out. The camera couldn't expose this properly. So the faces are a little burned out. It's a spotlight kind of a setting. Grand Ole Opry. So they went to some other places.
What kind of businesses are you looking for?
Oops. Never mind. Never mind. Siri just went into what can I find for you?
It's 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock alarm. Wow. It's 4 o'clock already. There it is. See right there? That's the exact time. 4 o'clock and 13 seconds. Yeah. Yeah. I watched it. I mean, it's amazing. Everything's synchronized right to the 20. There you go. The clock that's in here, it's all synchronized with the satellite system and the internet. It's all required to keep the exact time within 50 milliseconds. Now, the time and the location data that is created by this, the standardization used by those GPS satellites, probably got 20 of them circling the globe, various patterns, so it gets full coverage. For the military use, you know, it's like 2 or 3, 4 milliseconds. You know, it travels over long distances, so it can't, you know, even at the speed of light, it's still a half a second, you know, which is 500 milliseconds up and down time, just because the satellite is 44,000 miles up. That's how high above the Earth, and those satellites have to be swinging at 18,000 miles an hour. So they stay in a, so they rotate around with the angular velocity of the Earth. So as the Earth rotates around, these satellites rotate with it. Yep. So they have a constant focus on a position. So if you move underneath that fine focus, those satellites basically know, they know where you are. They do. Siri Bob.
Which one?
Oops. Okay, so here's Nikola Tesla. There he is with his drawings. So he'd hand draw something that's right there. Then he'd have technical staff that would draw it out, you know, more precisely on a drawing board. Some kind of papers he was getting ready to publish. Oops. Pictures. There we go. It's Nikola Tesla. And they brought him up because some other guys just come up with a genius electric motor. It's tiny. There it is. Now 4 of those, you put one of those on each wheel. So instead of 2 motors and transaxles and all this stuff, just put a motor inside of each wheel hub. That's right. And it rotates around, or just the rotator does. The other part is fixed. This is This is a non-moving version of that motor. So this is a motor that's not connected. So that you get an idea of just how small this. The other motor's like this big. It's a chunk of copper and steel. It's like the size of 4 footballs. Try to put your arms around that. Or let's just say 2.5 gallon. Maybe one of those 5-gallon jugs of water. See how big that is? That's the motor unit. It's about the size of a 2.5 gallon. Cut off the nozzle part. And if you're wondering what my little situation looks like, there you go. There's my little studio thingy. Yep. Soundboard over here to the left. Behind of it is wrapped with an American flag. You can see the stars and the stripes. Backwards. And my plugs up there. It's up in the top there. Here's this thing. You can see it right there. I'm shaking it. That's that thing right there and right there. Here's the thing I do my EKGs with. And this is the keyboard and the display for my iPad 13 Pro. Yeah. And this is a display up here of my MacBook Air. And it's got a little clipper up here which closes a little piece of blue tape. Cover up that camera. You don't want that view coming through by mistake. It is all too scary. And here's another iPad. It says 30.1 on there. That's 30 seconds. I got an hour and 33 on this. See right here? Right there is the count up. So that's the duration. And then this one, whoops, below there, it's on screensaver so it won't burn out the screen. It's 407, 50, there you go, 408. 408 p.m. Yeah. This should be, I need to make this. There we go, there's my studio. You still don't see the whole thing now. I thought I made that. Yeah, you're not seeing it. Yeah, see, there's the rest of it. Yeah, I didn't do this right. There we go. Get my glucose out of the way. There we go. Now you can see my whole setup uncropped. There you go. So I can compress it, yeah. Yeah, anyway, so it just purples. I took that with my iPhone 17 Pro Max. see a picture of me on the left side, Marilyn on the right side, and that's Barbara and George Bush in between. Look at that. Yeah. There's a letter, about us being on some kind of a committee. Yeah. To raise money for the Republicans. Yeah. I'm one of those guys. Not anymore. I just clip the newspaper articles now. All right, so there's that picture. There's one that's better fine-tuned. And there's my Shure SM7B microphone. I just touched the end. I rubbed the end of it. Massaged my microphone. Oh my God. This is Sunday, October 26th at 9:31 a.m. when I had nothing much to do. October 26th, there it is right there in the bottom edge of the picture. Yeah. October 26th, there it is. So I got over on this side, took a picture of the microphone with the iPad Pro screen as the background, the bottom part of the background. And then you can see the grill of the other microphone right near the tip of it. There's that Shure, like the SM1. You see pictures of Elvis Presley. He's singing into that baby. Yeah, that was very popular. Shure has improved all their sound capsules since the 1950s when that was first made. Yep. Now it's the SM7B, this baby right here, which picks up all parts of your voice, even the low. That's as low as I can go. Yeah, that's as low as I can go. Oh, all this tornadic activity. Oh, my God. I was telling a friend of mine that you need this kind of a cable to bring down the static electricity to prevent lightning from hitting the rods above on the roof. Those rods are not put up there as a place to lightning to strike. No. The lightning rod is put up there, properly grounded, to prevent the strike, not to give the place for it to strike onto. It discharges the cloud above. It's hard to believe it, but it does. Yeah. What's a lightning rod, you say? Well, it's lightning, Lightning. Lightning rod, lightning rod for a house. There we go. That's not too complicated. And let's just go to where's images? There you go, images right there. And you put them on the high points of your house. So here's a picture. Oh, gosh. It can have 3 spikes on it. It can have 1.
It's 4:15.
But the lightning won't strike it. You'll see an aurora over top of it. Let's see this, so you can get this picture. See, there's the lightning rod. And it had properly grounded. There's a grounding wire to meet you. You get this other one on top of that chimney. But you put it on each corner of your house, of your roof, or every 10 feet, every 12 feet, I think I spaced them. Yeah. Lightning rod system, a couple $1,000 according to this. I bought all the materials. It is a pain in the butt. You do it yourself. You're not going to have your wife climb on there with you. But lightning doesn't strike the rods. The only rod that gets... See, this is lightning crashing above the house, between clouds, but it will not strike the rod. The only rods that get struck are the rods that are not properly grounded. And they show you, here's a... How to work this. I guess. There you go. So that shows you. Yeah, they show, they shouldn't. They have dotted line to the rod, but there's no striking the house. There's no striking the rod. That doesn't happen. So, 6 meters apart. That's 18 feet apart. Here's a grounding rod. That's a copper rod that you drive down into your dirt. About 8 feet. Hopefully, in Florida, you don't hit something that's too hard as you're going down 8 feet with that copper pipe. It's a solid copper rod, or it's copper plated steel. I don't know. Anyway, you clamp on those cables. You clamp them onto that so the lightning gets discharged into the ground. Prevents the house from getting struck. Anyone tells you differently, they don't know what they're talking about. But that's the deal. That's the rod. So you measure the roof and the different pitches of the roof and the high point, the chimney top. I don't know if I got up to the chimney. I don't know if I could. So in theory, the chimney could get struck, but I surrounded it with rods. Because of the way I don't think I actually got up on a ladder that was on the roof. That's too much. You fall off that, you fall, you hit the ground, you're a broken person. And hopefully it doesn't break your back. Yeah, you You don't want to fall off a roof, much less fall off a ladder that's on the roof. Because that means you hit the roof once, you bounce off that, roll down, and then go right into the, oh my God, the dirt or the cement. If you come down over on the side where the pool is, you come down, you crash through the screen, and hit yourself on the corner of the pool. Oh my God. You could be a dead duck. You don't want to do that. What good is having lightning rods if you're dead? Yeah, you don't get to enjoy the benefits of your labor. I'm going backwards here with all these photographs. I reduce everything to photographs, which gives me some kind of signal on as to what I might talk about. I think I'm about done. I think I'm about talked out. What do you think? Here's a lovely couple. There's our chipmunk reading the instructions on the food bag or whatever that bag. You grab that bag, see if there's anything in there for me. Better watch out. Oh, there's Marilyn. She put on her war paint. Yeah. This is the cockpit of the G800. You know, Gulfstream, they just came out with the G800. There's one of the seats. Highly pressurized cabin. Simulates you being at 3,000 feet above sea level. Most cabin pressures bring you down to 5,000 feet. That's the signature oval windows. 19 passengers in this configuration. You can go 8,000 nautical miles at Mach 0.85, which is, about 650 miles an hour. Pretty fast. There it is. It's a beauty. Doesn't say anything more about the engines. Gulfstream's brand new G800. Here's the cockpit with no pilots. Got joysticks. So captain, he's got to be left-handed and training on that joystick for the turning and the up and the down and all. That's all control of the joystick. It's like one big video game, except you got 20 people on board. This $75 million thing of beauty. $75 million. Something very interesting goes in that little bucket. There's one on this side and there's not one on that side. Someone that knows something about Gulfstream aircraft could tell you what that little secret thing is. And you get all these modern switches. They're all touchscreen now. You don't have all those goddamn switches. So you got touchscreen, you got computer control. You know, all that stuff is down below underneath the cockpit. So that they look up at those things, and that's like overhead. They can reach that with their hands. A couple of dials. There's a dial there for who knows what that dial's for. The radio, all the squawk and all that for the radio is right in between here. That should be the radio, setting the frequencies. Look at that. No matter what these big screens are, you got this one right here that shows you your aircraft with relation to the horizon. So you can always steady yourself on that. Because you fly at night over water, you don't know what the hell. You know what the hell you're doing. Because there's nothing to see. There's no, during the afternoon you can see where the horizon is. But at nighttime you don't know. This screen it'll keep you grounded on whether you're aiming down or aiming up. There's so many controls that remove the gyroscopic effect on, even if you're like a gradual downward. Or, in a turn, you wouldn't even know you're turning if they do it right. Because they dip the wing, and as they turn, they're going to turn left. They dip the left wing. They're going to turn right. They start turning with the rudder and lower the right wing. And then you fly around, and your glass of water would stay horizontal. It wouldn't slide off the table. Because if you just dip the wing, it would slide off the table. But since you're in a turn, that puts what is known as centripetal acceleration on that glass. And so you're sitting with the glass, and you feel like your feet are straight down on the floor of the G800, even though you're in the middle of a turn. Yeah, that's what dipping the wing as you do your turn keeps that glass from. It's all computer controlled. You don't have to deal with the ailerons and your foot pedals. You only use those if the automatic stuff doesn't work. Then you have to know how to do it. Of course, you fly thousands of hours. You get enough time with that. But if you got a 6-hour leg over the Atlantic Ocean, you don't need to keep your feet on the pedals. The autopilot takes care of the pedals. And the steering, for that matter. You set the course on these, pretty much on these dials up here. You set the heading and so forth up on the auto computers up here. You got a complete copy of over here in the other cockpit. So each pilot and a co-pilot have access to this. In case something happens to the pilot, this whole system's a duplication of that system. All right, sports fans. We've been yickety-yakking in here. You've been sipping your afternoon tea with old Jimmy here. I'm testing different hours of when to have these conversations to try and pick up the time that most people can listen, you know. I've had up to 175 people listening at a time. That's about the tops. I got 48,000 total, click-ons. Look at this. This is, how would you like to have to deal with that as your spaghetti bowl and trying to figure out which way this hurricane is going to go? And it took the path of this one right here. Whatever, this green one that went right over there, it continued on and went right over there. Guantanamo is over on this tip. It went where that black is. Yeah. The black isn't drawn exactly right because it actually came over where this green one is. The storm came over this way and then looped around in there. It didn't follow. This is just the average. This is where the computer thought it was going to go. It actually went straight across this way and then looped around in. And according to none of these computer models is actually right. I mean, they're all, got parts of it right. This purple guy, I don't know where the rest of the purple is. But anyway, the way the storm actually tracked is... It actually almost passed the island of Jamaica from a strictly northeast, southwest. And then it did a nice gradual turn and went right in where that green circle is. That's about where it crossed land. Yeah, that's why I did some of the print screens on that to show how crazy that was. Actual satellite imagery right there. This dirty part is the thunderstorms coming up above. So we're looking down on the hurricane from way above it. But so the eye is a little bit covered over. And these other high peaks, this is early in the morning, because the sun was coming across here. And that gave you the shadows. Why, these little dark spots are the shadows of the thunderheads that were poking through the average elevation of that storm, which is probably 8,000 feet above sea level. And those peaks coming up like 30 or 40,000 feet. This is the advisory on Friday, 5 a.m. Friday morning. Heavy rain, extensive. Watch out, Jamaica. Say goodnight. Yeah, when you got that coming at you, you need to be somewhere else. Yeah, it came right up through here. Where Jamaica's like, oh, there it is. So there's Jamaica. It came right here, came up through where the J is, went right up there, right straight up through that way and out. So where the fours are, it had it right. That four should have been over a little bit. They just marked the whole island as a four. But where it came in was, let's get my trusty pen out. just do a red pen. Came right through here. That's it. That's the way it came. Interesting how effective that drawing capability is. See, when I saw this, and I'm thinking, what the heck's going to happen, to the tip of Florida? Is that not going to make that turn in time and come right up through Miami and whack us? I'm in a safe building, so it's just a matter of us being inconvenienced with bad weather, of course, and you probably lose power. So at least you're later in the year, so at nighttime it's like 75 degrees. So 75, 78, 74. Gets down to 68 in the middle of the night here. So when a storm like that passes through, it sucks all the atmosphere out of. It gets real dry, real fast when a storm like that goes through, because it accumulates all that. I can see rain bands out here on our balcony, 700 miles away, and you got rain bands coming through. That's crazy. Daniel couldn't get home till like 4:30 in the morning. Stuck in his car. Couldn't get across the road, or else the car would drown, so he had to wait, a long time for that water to absorb into an already wet soil. Yeah. I'm saying, so where the hell were you till 4:30 in the morning? So I was sitting at a gas station trying to get across the street. I couldn't find a way to get across the street. And there are a lot of dead cars. He didn't want to be one of them. And, SUVs, big ones. There's Wall Street. They're wondering what the hell are they going to do. Yeah, these traders. F01. He's like a head dog. He's got a couple of gold pins on him. Yeah. There's F20 something and F80 something. F84. And he's looking over someone's shoulder. He's trying to see what the boss is doing. Yeah. It's not bad if you own Tesla between July, August, September, October, and you make a 113-point gain. So a $330 stock becomes a $440 stock. That's a nice thing to do. Marilyn got that box in the mail. I've sent her a picture of it. Transferred some money between accounts, yeah. Moving money around. pay the bills. Yeah. It's the edge of my blood pressure thing. There's the Boca Hotel. 40 stories above the Boca Hotel Resort and Club. Yeah. Zynga bought it for like $300 million and sold it for $900 million. He made $600 million. He basically tripled his money. Turned $300 million into $900 million. He owned it for a couple of years. Bought it when it was at its low point. Private sale, and then sold it privately. So another group of people, 3 or 4 years later. It's changed hands, It's a multi-billion-dollar property now. This is when the storm was in the lower right corner. Look at that for which way the storm is going. That's not exactly something, and they didn't know where it was going to go, because obviously you can't. This is your computer modeling. Forget it. Yeah, it was down there. They didn't know which way the hell it was going to go. Yep. It didn't go that way. It went straight west, and then came back and went through. Unbelievable. Yep. It's the Apple Watch. This goggle business, I don't know. I guess if you're in the robotic surgery, this thing would work. But, you're a serious gamer, I guess it'd work. You got to pay $3,000 for those? I don't know, boy. Yeah, that's a serious gamer. I'd rather be a serious Apple watcher. Yeah, there you go. Overnight vitals, typical, all in range. There's a guy who went to bed at 1:28 and got up at 7:28. He had 6 hours of sleep. But he was up until 1:30. That sounds like me. Jeez. Except that's the key to the Tesla right there. A credit card. You just tap it on the. This is a camera window. You don't tap it on that. You tap it right where she's tapping it, or he, she. I think it's a lady. You just tap the card, hold it near that column. There's a sensor on right where the card is. Reads the card. Not mag strip. There's a electronic circuit that it reads. A special digital code. I gotta go. It's 4:44. Need to check out, make sure everything's cleaned up. Got my lunch dishes to throw and clean up. All right, so listen. You all have a great evening, Friday evening. We are not going out in this Halloween-y stuff. Marilyn is Halloweening in the bank.
45.
She's dressed up as a, what do you call it, a Pan Am stewardess. And the one guy that's in the branch, he's the captain of the Pan Am plane. And they all have the same bag. They all coordinate, got the same outfits. It's fun. The people that come in on Halloween, they like the spirit of the Boca Branch. And then they take a group picture and they send each of the group pictures to some central place. And there's like 80 branches, And they pick a few, or one, They try to figure out which is So although Pan Am is not exactly boo, like monsters with, claws and stuff. It's kind of a fun dress-up day, for a mature audience, rather than blood-covered fingers. That we don't want to scare the elderly. So we'll get some pictures from that, from Marilyn's iPhone. Yeah, get a couple of the pictures from the other 5 managers that we saw with the boots. Remember the boot picture? Is it great? Marilyn set that up. I said, this is perfect. Let me fix it up for you just a little bit. Get those boots. Where the hell are those boots? All right, we got to close out.